Hello and welcome everyone for the English video session. Today we are going to discuss new grammar topic, that is kinds of sentences based on meaning. Actually, this topic you might have studied in the previous classes also, but since it is a part and parcel of your examination, we shall cover this topic once again so that we will make sure that you will not lose even a single marks in your exam. So I know it is repetitive for some of you. Some of you might already know these kinds of sentences based on meaning, but still you can take it like a revision. You can take it like that you will make your knowledge versatile in this particular topic. So that's why we shall once again cover this particular topic. So let us first of all discuss about the classification of sentences. Sentence can be classified on two ways. Sentence can be based on meaning and sentence based on structure. You might have heard about this based on meaning and based on structure. So when I talk about based on meaning, I talk about assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and optative type of sentences. Assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and optative type of sentences. But when I talk about based on structure, I talk about simple, compound, and complex. I am quite sure that all these things you might have studied in the previous classes too. So this classification like assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and optative, that is called based on meaning. And this one based on structure like simple, compound, and complex. I'm quite sure that you have done these exercises in the previous classes also. So you can take it like a revision. Let us go further in this topic. How many types of sentences do we have based on meaning? That I have already written on the previous slide. So once again, I am writing here. One is assertive. Okay. Assertive means declarative statement, declarative or sentence statement type of sentence. We all put it in assertive category. Then we have exclamatory, sudden feeling of joy, sorrow is expressed through this type of statement, that we call it exclamatory. Then we have imperative, order, command, request, suggestion, advice. These all come in this category of imperative sentences. Then we have interrogative. All questions are in this category interrogative. Interrogative means question. Interrogate means question. So all questions are in interrogative category. And then we have, I don't know whether you have heard it or not, optative. In optative, we cover blessings and curse, like may God bless you. It is optative sentence. May your country flourish. It is optative sentence. So in the context of your examination, what I want you to do is you should learn how to interchange them. Sometimes in the examination, they will ask you to change assertive into interrogative, assertive into exclamatory, or interrogative into assertive. So these all things could be known by you. I mean, they are not that much difficult. But sometimes, we let loose in certain case and we think that, yeah, I know this much. What is the need of learning this one? But that thing only will create a problem for you. But I'm sure that you are very good student and you are not going to be troubled by any kind of sentences. So these are the 5 sentences we have based on meaning: assertive, exclamatory, imperative, interrogative, and optative. So let us talk about their various types. Assertive. Assertive has 2 types, you can say. One is uh, affirmative, and second is negative. Assertive has 2 types. One is affirmative and another is negative. But you need to make sure with these words, because sometimes, when you are learning, both words sound same, assertive and affirmative. But assertive is main sentence. All declarations, all statements are considered to be in the category of assertive. Assertive has further 2 types. One is affirmative and another is negative. Affirmative, you can take it in the context of positive sentence. All positive sentence. You will not find any negative word in affirmative. But negative, in negative, you'll have a word, negative word like no, not, never, nothing, none, neither nor, nobody. This type of words you'll find in negative sentence. Both these types are called assertive. Make sure with your knowledge. Both affirmative and negative are called assertive. But assertive has further split in 2 types, that is affirmative and negative. So when you are asked to change what type of sentence, just read it very carefully. Sometimes what happens, they might ask you to change it into affirmative or assertive. So you get confused that in assertive, no, not, never, nothing comes, because it is a part of affirmative, and negative are the parts of assertive. But here, no, not, nothing, never, none, nor, nobody, this type of words will not come in affirmative. I am sure that you know all these things. Exclamatory further has no types. Then imperative also has no types. Interrogative we can categorize in 3 ways. One is a yes or no type of question. Another is WH question. Next is question tag question. These are all interrogative. Optative, as I said, it is blessings or curse. These, but related to your examinations, we are going to cover those topics which are quite important for you from the examinations point of view. So we shall see those one without wasting much time. So I had already discussed earlier that assertive has 2 types, that is one is affirmative and second is, once again repeat after me, negative. Yeah, one is affirmative, another is negative. In negative we have words like no, not, never, nothing, none, nor, nobody. This type of words you will find in negative sentence. But here you can say that in affirmative, without, no, not, never, nothing, none, nor, or nobody. So these words you will not find there. Without, no, not, never, nothing, none, no, nobody. So these are the simple, straightforward things and not that much difficult to understand. Okay. Now let us move forward to the next thing. What you will be asked is this: interchange of affirmative into negative, right? Or interchange of assertive into interrogative. So we are going to cover all these aspects one by one. So let us see the first one here. They like her. Interchange of affirmative into negative. First of all, you need to make sure what type of sentence the given sentence is. They like her. It is assertive sentence. In assertive, it is affirmative. Now they will ask you to change it into negative. So in negative, you need to take care of certain things. Whenever we write not is always used with auxiliaries. Not is always used with auxiliaries. Means helping verb, you can say am, is, are, has, have, do, does, did. Model auxiliaries like will, would, can, could, may, might. So that this is always used with auxiliaries. Now here we cannot directly write that they like her, they not like her. This is not a proper way of changing a particular sentence. First of all, what you need to make sure is what type of tense given to us. They like her. If you read the sentence very carefully and if you have a proper knowledge of tenses, then you'll automatically come to know that it is written in simple present tense. In simple present tense, to form negative and question, we use do or does according to the subject. With they, we better use do. So here, let us try to change this one. They don't now like. If I write they don't like her, the meaning will change. In the examination, you can't do this type of things. You have to make the sentence negative, but maintaining the meaning. So here, we can turn a particular word into negative, I mean opposite, so the meaning will become balanced. So rather than writing like, we will write dislike. They don't dislike her. Now the meaning will be maintained. That means they like her. So make sure that you understand the tenses, understand the what type of auxiliary you are supposed to use there, and based on that try to go for changing the sentence. He made us laugh. He made us laugh. Let us try to change this particular sentence. Sometimes, you know, we can definitely go with this, that he did not make us cry. He did not make us cry. That means that doesn't mean that he made us laugh, right? So sometimes we have to use the twisted words. We can use sentence like that, that he, since made is written in simple past tense, make, made, and made. That is made is the second form of the verb that is used in simple past tense. In simple past tense, to form negative and question, we use did. He didn't. You can bring in the word like this, fail. He didn't fail to make us laugh. You know, this type of words, phrase you can use or you can bring in from your thought think about the particular type of sentence given, and based on that, there are some words like refrain from. This type of words also you can use. I have used here. He didn't fail to make us laugh. Whenever we write fail, I'm talking about in the context of interchange of affirmative and negative. Fail will be followed by infinitive. As we have written here, to make is an infinitive. So he didn't fail to make us laugh. Only a good administrator can control the situation. So another way of changing this particular sentence is only a good administrator can control the situation. When you have only word in affirmative, you can always bring in a word like no one but only a good administrator can control the situation. No one but only a good administrator can control the situation. Similarly, here too, only an ice cream was in the kitchen. We can use nothing in the context of the thing. There was nothing but only an ice cream in the kitchen. There was nothing but only an ice cream in the kitchen. So in the context of human being, you can use no one. In the context of the thing, you can use nothing. He gave me only 100 rupee note. He gave me only 100 rupee note, similar to the previous one. He gave me nothing but only 100 rupee note. He gave me nothing but only 100 rupee note. So using a great precision judgment, because sometimes you got to understand whether you are maintaining the meaning or not. Try to convert this sentence from affirmative to negative, and hope with the better practice you'll be able to do this one too. Now let us go for this one. As soon as the teacher entered the class, the students stopped talking. Now what to do in this one? You know, we have as soon as the teacher entered in the class, the students stopped talking. You know, in a complex sentence, similar to as soon as, we have no sooner. In no sooner, we have a negative word, no. So you can always use no word, no sooner. But if you know the formation of no sooner, if it is a past tense, in no sooner we use did first, subject behind. No sooner did the teacher. Now original form of the verb enter the class. We use then. The students stopped talking. No sooner did the teacher enter the class than the students stopped talking. So you have used the complex structure, but here replacing as soon as with no sooner, we can do this sort of exercise too. So there is a way of changing, various ways of changing affirmative into negative. One, you can use the opposite word. Another, you can use like nothing, no one, this type of words. Here we have used the no sooner formula. Now let us go for the next one. He gave them shelter and food. He gave them shelter and food. He gave them both. If we will use neither here, then the meaning will totally change. So neither cannot be used here. But there is a word not only but also. In not only but also, not word is there. And as a result, the sentence meaning will also be maintained. Now see here, we can use not only, not only. When we write not only in the beginning, we do the inversion of the verb. Verb will come first. Since it is a past tense, we will use auxiliary did. Not only did he give them shelter, but also food. Not only did he give them shelter, but also food. So you can use not only formula also while converting any sentence from affirmative into negative. Jack is too proud to apologize. Jack is too proud to apologize. Now, here, if you go for straightforward conversion, then there is a possibility that the meaning will change. So to maintain the meaning, you have to think very deeply in this case. Earlier, you might have studied about remove to and add to. Whenever we remove to, we replace it with so that. So let me write here so that somewhere the idea will struck in your mind. Jack is so proud that he can't apologize. Jack is so proud that he can't apologize. Now, you might have heard earlier that whenever we are removing to, we use say so that formula. Besides so that formula, we also use can't in the present tense, couldn't in the past tense. Since this is the present tense, we have used can't. In certain cases, will also be used if it is indicating the future. But here we are going with the straightforward things can and could. Jack is so proud that he can't apologize. Next is he was too busy to receive your call. Here also we can use so that formula and we can try to convert this particular sentence. She was so busy that she couldn't receive your call. She was so busy that she couldn't receive your call. Now make sure that since earlier was a present tense, we have written can't there, but this is a simple past tense, so we have written couldn't here. Now I am as strong as John. Now what to do in this case? We cannot simply say that I am not as weak as John. We cannot change opposite words directly. If we'll do that, then what will happen? The meaning will somehow change. So I am as strong as John. Here you have to think in terms of degree of comparison. In degree of comparison, when one-on-one comparison is there, last noun come first, First noun goes last. If the sentence is affirmative, it turns into negative. And if it is already negative, then it turns into affirmative. So if you had studied degree earlier, then it will become quite easy for you. If not, then obviously when it will come a chance of studying a degree, then I'll definitely revise it for you. But right now, let us go in and try to change this particular sentence in the context of a degree. I am as strong as John. If I have to change this one, what I'll do, John is not stronger than me. I am as strong as John. John is not stronger than me. Earlier we have a positive degree, now we have made it comparative degree. So when you think in terms of a degree also, sentence will automatically somewhere will change from affirmative to negative. So उसका मतलब ये होता है, अब अगर हम हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करते हैं तो मैं जॉन जितना ही बलवान हूं, और दूसरे में क्या होता है, जॉन मुझसे ज्यादा बलवान नहीं है, मीन्स both are equal. So we have somehow maintained the meaning also, and we have written the proper answer also. So you got to keep various type of things in mind when you try to change any sentence from affirmative to negative and vice versa. Football is more popular than golf. Football is more popular than golf. It is a comparative degree. More popular than, it indicates. One-on-one comparison is that similar to previous one, but previously what we had positive sentence and we have to convert into comparative. Now this is given to us is comparative and we have to change it into positive now. When I am talking about positive, take it in the context of degree. So now let us try to give this answer. Last noun first. Golf is not as so much or so popular as football. Golf is not so popular as football. अगर इसका हम मीनिंग हिंदी में ट्राई करेंगे तो फुटबॉल गोल्फ से ज्यादा फेमस है, पॉपुलर है, पसंदीदा गेम है। और दूसरे में क्या होता है, गोल्फ फुटबॉल जितना पॉपुलर नहीं है। दोनों ही ओर से मीनिंग वी हैव मेंटेन। Akhtar is the fastest bowler in the world. Now Akhtar's comparison is done with the rest other bowlers of the world. In that case, what you got to do is think about the structure one in degree. So here also somehow the sentence will change into negative. No other bowler in the world is so fast as Akhtar. No other bowler in the world is so fast as Akhtar. अख्तर दुनिया का सर्वश्रेष्ठ सबसे फास्टेस्ट बॉलर है। दुनिया का कोई भी बॉलर अख्तर जितना फास्ट नहीं है। So meaning is somehow maintained here. So you can have a thinking in various contexts while changing affirmative into negative. Everybody was present. Now here is straightforward. You can replace everybody with nobody. Nobody was absent. Nobody was absent. So we have changed meaning. We have not changed meaning. We have done the opposite of the words, played with the words, and somehow we are ready with the correct answer. So while changing affirmative into negative and negative into affirmative, you got to think in various contexts. First, think in the context of opposite meaning. Then you can always use neither, nothing, nobody, no one, this type of words. Then you can use fail, refrain also. You can use degree, you can use no sooner, you can use uh, comparative degree and positive degree. These all formations can be used, and somewhere the answer will definitely come if you think in terms of all these things. So hope this is quite clear how you can change affirmative into negative and negative into affirmative. Now, interchange of assertive to interrogative. Uh, Interchange of assertive into interrogative. Assertive is declaration of a statement. When we have to change that into interrogative, always remember this, that in assertive, for assertive, I am writing A here. In assertive, we have subject first and verb behind. In interrogative, what we have is verb first and subject behind. When I say verb first, that means auxiliary. We have to take auxiliary first and then subject will go behind. So these inversions we are supposed to do when we form interrogative. And when you are talking about interrogative in interchange, at that time always go for changing yes or no type of question. Don't try to form questions with WH question. If you form questions with WH question here, then there is a possibility that meaning will change. So try to change the sentence in yes or no type of question. So here no one is a subject, can is a verb, can do is a verb, and this object. Now by mistake question mark is typed there, but there should not be a question mark, it should be a full stop because it is assertive sentence. Now let us go for changing it into interrogative. So can anyone do this? Now, while changing assertive to interrogative, you have to, if the sentence is affirmative, I mean in the positive, you make it negative, or if it is already negative, उसको पॉजिटिव बनाना है. यानी कि सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोलता हूं कि जब भी आप असर्टिव को इंट्रोगेटिव में ट्राई करो, तब आपको क्या करना है कि अगर सेंटेंस अफर्मेटिव जैसा है तो उसको नेगेटिव बनाना है, और नेगेटिव दिया गया है तो उसे अफर्मेटिव मींस पॉजिटिव टाइप बनाना है. तो यहाँ पे नो वन था तो हमने यहाँ पॉजिटिव क्वेश्चन किया. अब आप लोग सोचेंगे कि ऐसा क्यों कि क्वेश्चन नेगेटिव को पॉजिटिव और पॉजिटिव को नेगेटिव क्यों बनाना है. तो अब मैं कुछ एग्जांपल हमारी डेली लाइफ में से बताता हूँ. कई बार आप पैसे की डिमांड करते हो, तब आपके पेरेंट्स आपसे कहते हैं गुस्से में, क्या पैसे झाड़ पे उगते हैं, क्या पैसे झाड़ पे उगते हैं. तब उनका कहने का मतलब ये होता है कि पैसे झाड़ पे नहीं उगते. कई बार हम क्लासरूम में एक दूसरे से झगड़ लेते हैं एज ए स्टूडेंट, और हम ऐसे बोलते हैं एक दूसरे को, क्या ये क्लासरूम तुम्हारा है, क्या ये क्लासरूम तुम्हारा है। तो हमारा कहने का मतलब क्या होता है असर्टिव में, कि ये क्लासरूम तुम्हारा नहीं है। तो वहां पे हम पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव कर देते हैं। हमारी लैंग्वेज में भी, गुजराती में भी ऐसा होता है। तो हियर ऑल्सो, if given sentence is positive, make it negative, and if it is already negative, try to make it positive. I can never forget you. Similarly here, it is negative sentences given. It is no doubt assertive, but in the category of negative sentence. So can I ever forget you? Can I ever forget you? Take the verb front and your answer will be ready. Now here, in the previous one we have can, here also we have can. So auxiliary is already given. But in certain cases like a simple present tense and simple past tense, sometimes the auxiliary may not be given. Then what to do? For example, he plays good cricket. Now in this context, what shall we do? In simple present tense, to form question and negative, we use do or does according to subject. Now he subject is there, so we will use does here to form question. Does he play? But since it is a positive, I mean affirmative assertive, I mean positive assertive है, तो इसका हम नेगेटिव क्वेश्चन बनाए, doesn't he play good cricket? Doesn't he play good cricket? So this is a proper interrogative. Then next one, Ritu is a good student. So here you can make it like this, that since it is already a positive sentence, we will make it negative and we'll bring the auxiliary front. Isn't Ritu a good student? Very straightforward interrogative. Now the last one is not an assertive sentence. Last one is not assertive sentence. It is already interrogative. WH question. So this is intentionally kept by me here, so that all aspects of interchange of assertive into interrogative can be covered. Why did you do this? So whenever you have a questions with why, तो हम उसे इस तरह से चेंज करते हैं, you पहले सब्जेक्ट लाते हैं, you should not have done this. Or we can also change this particular sentence, that you would not have done this. But I better suggest you to go with this particular formation. You should not have done this. So whenever you have a questions with why, you better use the should formula. Why do you make noise? You should not make noise. Why are you walking? That means you should not walk. So always keep this type of things in mind and try to change sentences accordingly. Hope I have covered all aspects of assertive into interrogative. But if you have any particular doubts, then we can always solve later, because since you are watching video, doubt solving is not possible here somehow. Now, interchange of assertive to exclamatory sentence. Now, whenever we have to change assertive to exclamatory, keep these things in mind. See here, okay, all exclamatory, you'll find this type of formation. Either one may be starting with what, another may be starting with how. I'm talking about exclamatory. And rest of the exclamatory may be starting with interjections. Interjections. I mean, interjections means, oh, alas, or hooray. This type of interjections you'll find. So assertives may be, exclamatory may be formed with these three formations, either with what, with how, with interjections, or interjections like oh, alas, hooray, yummy, bravo. This type of words are used in changing the sentence from assertive to exclamatory. Now I will give you here a hint. This is just a hint, may be useful in 85%, but in certain sentences it may not be useful, but just take it like a hint. He is a good boy. यहाँ पे क्या है कि he is a good boy. यहाँ पे आपको आर्टिकल मिलता है, आर्टिकल ए और ए रखा गया है। तो मैं एक हिंट दे रहा हूं, कई बार ये हिंट गलत भी हो सकती है, लेकिन ज्यादातर केसेस में यू विल बी वेरी सक्सेसफुल विद दिस वन। ही इज अ गुड बॉय। जब भी आपको एडजेक्टिव के आगे आर्टिकल मिले तो वहां उस केसेस में व्हाट ज्यादा सुटेबल होता है। सो व्हाट अ गुड बॉय इज, व्हाट अ गुड बॉय इज। बट a sentence sometimes without article, like he is very friendly. He is very friendly. Here in this case, article you'll not find. So here, how will be very suitable here. How friendly he is. So these are just hint only. Sometimes, you know, article may be there, but it might be changed like with how. But in most of the cases, more than 90% cases, if article is there, a or an, just before the adjective, we better use what. If without article, we better use how. And third type of structure where we use oh, alas, or hooray, I lost my purse. I lost my purse. Here, this particular sentence may not be suitable with what? What I lost my purse? No. How I lost my purse? It will become question. So here we need interjection. You can use either oh or alas. Oh, I lost my purse. So this way you can change any particular sentence, I mean assertive sentence, into exclamatory using these hints. Okay, let us try to solve these examples. You are a great fool. So article is already there. What a great fool you are. What a great fool you are. The night is very beautiful. Here you can see no article. So it somehow sounds better with how. How beautiful the night is. We won the match. Now, here in this case, what and how may not be suitable. Here we have to use interjections like hooray. We won the match. Hooray, we won the match. Alas, our beloved teacher is no, sorry. Alas, our beloved leader is no more. Now, the given one is already exclamatory. When we have to change exclamatory into assertive, we need to take care of various things, and here alas is used. So when we have alas word, alas represents the sad mood. So you can always go with it is very sad that we that our beloved leader is no more. It is very sad that our beloved leader is no more. Oh, if I were young again. So that expresses a wish. So this type of sentence you can change in assertive like that. I wish I will be young again. I wish I'll be young again. Or here you can use would also. Would also, whichever sounds better for you. So this way you can change this particular sentence from assertive to exclamatory and exclamatory to assertive. Hope everything is quite clear to you now about interchange of uh, kinds of sentences based on meaning. Now, whatever I had done in this video, but rest other you are supposed to do uh, through the practice at home. So what I want you to do now is practice some of the sentences looking at the reference book at home, and definitely you'll be able to do well. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, it's goodbye from me. Have a good day ahead.